Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In this video we're going to take a look at the preliminary roadmap for Escape from Tarkov updates. This has been put out today by Battlestate Games, detailing what we can expect from the game in the coming month. And it's quite detailed, so this video might be a little bit long, but there are different sections to this roadmap, so what I'll do is I'll timestamp the sections that I'm talking about, put them in the description below. I'll also put them in a pinned post as well, so that you can jump to the different parts if you so wish. So first off, we've got sort of two technical updates and a large update between these two technical updates, and then we've got a massive content update. Now I don't really know the dates of any of when this will drop, but we can speculate on that as we go along. So to begin with, we're going to get a technical update. Now I would assume that the timeline for these updates is in all over the sort of like the next sort of 3 months, sort of 2.5 months. So the first technical update I reckon we will get imminently, maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, and this is going to be update 13.0.5, and this is going to have the following in it: fixes for visual problems with flashlights, the way they function and the light on weapons, rework of sky on all locations, Oculus audio tweaks on interchange and lighthouse locations, changes in the headset system, changes in the AI voice line playback system, in particular their frequency, volume and positioning, fixes for incorrect sound and volume of gunshots and explosions at short distances, and fixes for incorrect movement of bots in the prone position. So nothing too major in that first technical update. I suppose the ones that we would focus on the most are the audio tweaks that they're going to be putting in. So they're going to be tweaking the Oculus sound on interchange and lighthouse locations. A lot of people will be asking, well, what about the other maps? Well, they are working on them, but the thing with Oculus is you can apply Oculus in an automated way to the maps, which I'm sure Battlestate Games have done, but it doesn't fill in all the sound all over the map. That's where they have to go in and manually position where sound cues are within the map, and this takes a lot of time. So they're concentrating on a couple of maps at a time, so Interchange and Lighthouse are going to be the ones that get the worked on first. I think Streets of Tarkov has already been worked on, but I might be wrong, but at least it's been worked on. Like I say, we're going to have to be patient with this. It is going to take time, but they will get there in the end. So yeah, not too much in that first technical update, to be fair, just a few fixes here and there. Next up, we've got the transition to Unity 2021, which is, for me, the biggest update in the game for a long time. Regardless of all the content and the maps and everything, this is going to be huge in what it allows them to do with the game going forward. So they say it will allow the introduction of new technologies aimed at optimizing and updating graphics, including support for HDR, reducing memory consumption, and by optimizing the memory usage of location and items. Now I've done a whole separate video on Unity 2021 and what the move will mean for Battlestate and for us, the players. Haven't got it out yet, but I will have it out soon, so get subscribed if you want to catch that one. Next up, we've got a bigger technical update this time. Now this is showing where Unity has come into things and some of the things that they're going to be able to change with this. The power of Unity 2021 is really going to take hold with this technical update. So this is going to be update 13.1.0, and this is going to have the following: fundamental changes to the architecture of display and synchronization of players on the client and their connection to the server, including gradual increase in the number of player and bots in a raid to 60, improving hit registration, increasing in accuracy of positioning, position matching of players on the server and the client, noticeable increase in FPS in online raids, reducing the chance of encountering the desynchronization with the server, network traffic optimization, new culling system on old locations, optimizing RAM consumption including elimination of possible memory leaks, and optimized rendering system for semi-transparent materials. So a hell of a lot going on in that pack. So we're going to see a lot of back-end work done. Desync should become less prevalent than it is at the moment. This version of Unity 2021 has got a better back end than what they're currently using, and it'll just bring things more in line with the server. So what you're seeing on your screen should be what the person you're playing against sees on their screen as well. There's going to be less of this sort of desync basically between the player and the client and then the other player. So it should improve hit registration of this. It'll improve the positioning of people, and increasing online FPS is always going to be a good thing for everybody out there. Everybody wants to see increased FPS. So we're going to see a new culling system on old locations, and we're going to see RAM consumption decreased dramatically. So Nikita said in the recent podcast, it does have a memory leak issue, this game. This is why they've got the RAM cleaner in there to clean your RAM out at sort of predefined points whilst gaming. It usually happens maybe at the end of the raid or when you're about to go into another raid. It will clean out all of the RAM, but the consumption soon jumps again. So this will be good for people that are maybe still only on 16 gig, or maybe those of you that are on 8 gig. I wouldn't advise playing this game with just 8 gig of RAM. No, you definitely need a minimum of 16, if not 32. But yeah, that's going to be a huge change in the game. Now, Nikita did say that the move over to Unity 2021 probably won't be without its issues. We're going to see points at which the game may become unplayable, which we're all used to at certain points in Escape from Tarkov anyway, but it's a trade-off that's going to give us a better game in the end. So we may get these little periods of downtime, but they will soon jump on that, get it sorted, and we will get back into the game quickly. And as I say, it is for me, it's bigger than any of the content that we're going to get. It's just a huge leap in sort of the technical boundaries that this game will not have anymore. It won't be sort of pulled back by the older technology that they're using right now. Yes, Unity isn't the best engine for the game, I think we can all agree on that, but getting to the better version of Unity will be better for us all in the long run. Then we've got a content update. Now, I would assume that after these technical updates and all the issues that they'll no doubt have put in these technical updates out there, sorting things out, getting things fixed, this content update will be a wipe. I can't see it not being a wipe. The things that are going to be added, the game definitely has to wipe. So for patch 14.0.0, we're probably going to be looking at our usual wipe time, which will be around the end of June, beginning of July time, as long as the technical updates don't go too badly and they get everything ironed out with those. You can see the content update coming sometime around sort of the end of June, beginning of July. It might push into July with the amount of stuff that they're wanting to be adding. Some of this stuff might get cut out. It might not make it into this patch. Games development is bad enough at any point in time, but for Battlestate Games, a small team with a big game on their hands, obviously you've got what's going on in Russia. They've got sort of, you know, all these sanctions, which I'm sure will have caused issue for Battlestate at some point or other. It's not easy, game development, so I would expect that not all of the things that I'm about to talk about will make it in the game, but you never know, they might do. One of the things I will say is if they don't make it in that content update, they will most likely make it into another one later in the year. So for patch 14.0.0, we're going to be looking at the Streets of Tarkov expansion. They recently released some images of that, and I will throw those up on screen for you at some point in this video so that you can see those. The BTR on Streets of Tarkov is going to be added in. If you're not sure what this is basically an armoured personnel carrier that you're going to be able to use as a taxi to move around the map. Now, the map eventually is going to be huge, so you're going to need a better way of traversing it than simply walking or hiding in the shadows. So you're going to be able to pay a small fee as far as I know, and this taxi will move you to another part of the map. There's going to be the first boss on Streets of Tarkov coming out as well. As far as I know, he's going to be at the car dealership, the Lexus car dealership, and according to Nikita, that place is going to be turned into an absolute fortress. So it'll be interesting to see what he's like. It'll be interesting to see what he looks like and what he's going to be called as well, but we'll get that in due course. Vaulting is going to be added in. We recently had the animations of vaulting. Nikita says he wasn't too happy with it and they were still working on it, and that the final end product will probably look a little bit different. Armor plates for body armor and the rework of hitboxes are going to be added in. We're going to have kit presets, which is probably one of the biggest ones in this list. Obviously you can preset build your guns now, which has been a thing for quite a while, to save you searching around everywhere for the parts. You're now going to have the same ability with your entire kit. So that's your body armor, your backpack, your headwear, your contacts. Everything is going to go into a preset, which is amazing. It's going to rapidly decrease the time it takes to get back into a raid. You're obviously going to just be able to hit the preset button, rebuy everything, equip it and go. There's going to be none of this searching through traders and through the flea market for stuff, so that's going to be a hell of a big sort of bonus for the game. Weapon animations when interacting with the cover, that's going to be added in. Not really too bothered about that one. Left shoulder shooting, another big one for people out there. People have always wanted to be able to sort of shoulder the gun on the left hand side. You're now going to be able to do that. The hideout expansion is going to be coming. I'm not sure what they're going to be expanding in it, although I do know that some animations are going to be added into the hideout, so it could just be that, or maybe we're getting another room. Maybe they're going to add a bit more into the gym. We'll have to wait and see. Randomized loot containers, this is another one that Nikita spoke about recently. Loot containers are pretty much fixed on maps at the moment. They are going to be randomized, so where you believe they will be as they are now, you might go to that location and they won't won't be there. They'll be moved somewhere else. Now I'm sure that the locations are going to be preset so that you'll eventually be able to learn where they may be, but you're still going to have to go search for them if they are in the first location that you look. A rework of recoil mechanics on all weapons. Nikita said he's not too happy with the recoil as it is now. He says it's okay but still needs tweaking, so we're going to get that. Quick pistol transition, so you're going to be able to quick draw a pistol if you're carrying one. Suppressor durability, sound variations and subsonic ammunition. Ammunition loading interface, so we're finally going to see a loading animation for ammo, so you might not be stuck in your inventory anymore. You're going to be able to load whilst you can see around your character, so this is going to be good for seeing if somebody's actually coming up on you while you're trying to reload a magazine. Sight brightness adjustments, user interface rework, we saw some pictures of that. Quest rebalancing, they're always going to be rebalancing quests, so it'd be interesting to see what they do with those. Rebalance of levels, skills and mastering. Bipods and stabilizing firearms with cover. Choosing which body part to heal via a hotkey, that's another big one as well. A lot of people will be happy with that one. Obviously it flashes up on your body what part of your character has been hit. Being able just to hit a key and that part be instantly healed is going to be, or well, not instantly healed, but for your character to start healing it without you having to go into your inventory and look at where your character is, sort of, you know, apply the meds is going to be another big one for me. I'm really looking forward to that one. Helmet flashlights, another one that I'm looking forward to. I think those will be pretty cool when added into the game. I know that there was an attachment a couple of years ago that was added in and you could actually add a flashlight to the helmet, but it didn't work too well. It needed work on it, so hopefully this will be a more finished version of that. Meds and food consumption upon double click, that'll be another good addition to the game. And then we've got some new weapons, a new AK-12, the PKM, the RPD, the SVT-40, the NAN-A91, the UBGL for the SCAR, which is the underslung grenade launcher, and then he says other. Now we don't know what others are, but I'm sure that there'll be other things added into that content patch as well. So a hell of a lot coming to the game in the coming months. Now there's a lot of people out there right now that want to downplay Battlestate's ability to get all of this done. You know, they're saying the game's dead, this needs fixing, that needs fixing, and I think they've heard everybody. I think they're trying really hard at the moment to get this game to where it needs to be, to get things fixed. You know, the sound and the visuals definitely need work on those, the back end need work, and these technical updates are going to sort of tackle a lot of that. Now, I'm by no means saying that the game's going to be fully fixed, but it's on the road to getting where it needs to be. The content update is going to be massive. There is some huge content in that, not least the Streets of Tarkov expansion. And by this point, we should all be able to play Streets of Tarkov. It's been very hit and miss for a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there that just simply can't play the map still because the optimization just isn't good enough. But the move over to Unity 2021 will tackle that. So yeah, there's a lot of things to get excited for in this, but I think I've rambled on enough in this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're most excited for out of all of these. For me, it's the move over to Unity 2021 and being able to see what Battlestate games can do with that. But let me know down below what you're most interested in. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.